Good morning all, and thank you once again for joining me on this December morning. We're about 4 days away from Christmas. I knew I was going to make a video today, but I wasn't going to be sure of the content until I woke up this morning. And I thought to myself, do you know what? I've got anxiety today. I can't be bothered to even get out of bed. I thought, forget making a video, forget doing this, forget doing that. Now, it's been 6 months since I've done anything like this, where I woke up feeling that way. So I thought, make a video about it, because I'm sure that a lot of you guys out there are going to be feeling the same way. And I'm going to call this Christmas anxiety. Now, it's mad out there. It's even, it's bustling, it's mad. And I woke up today, and I said to myself something. Do you know what? You're middle-aged. I've actually just admitted I'm middle-aged. I'm 50. And the reason I'm saying this, because last night, it was the Friday night where everyone breaks up from work, everyone goes out in the pubs, gets drunk, and they're the sort of times that you remember when you were younger to be the best. So I went to meet my brother last night. We went to have a bite to eat. It was busy. And we was talking about after, once we've had a meal, let's go for a couple of drinks in the town and just get involved with it all. But once we'd had a beer and a meal, we looked at each other and thought, we couldn't be bothered. And I was driving home thinking, is this normal? Have I got some sort of depression or something? Then I realised, I'm just middle-aged. I'm not bothered about all that anymore. I don't care for the alcohol. I don't care for that side of things. What I did care about was getting up today and going out for a ride on my bike. So this is what I'm going to make a video about today, on how it's going to improve my outlook for the day. Now, I'm feeling okay. I've cooked some breakfast. You know, I've got a bit of anxiety. I don't know why. Whether it's because you feel that Christmas is for younger people. I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm being a bit of a Scrooge, but maybe, and I do really mean this, I think I'm connecting with a lot of people on this subject that are around 50 or middle-aged or whatever, that Christmas we just want to bypass it. We don't want all that crap anymore. The shopping. My kids have grown up and I'm seeing them Boxing Day, and that's great. But Christmas Day, I'm having a quiet one. So I don't know what's brought me to this today to feel like this. And I think maybe it could be the fact that I've had a few pints of beer here and there. And I'm not talking going out getting sloshed. I'm talking about 1 pint with a friend there, 1 pint with a friend there. And for me, like I've said on previous videos, the alcohol actually makes me feel crap. I don't actually want the alcohol anymore. I don't care anything for alcohol or beer. And I do drink it because it's what you do when you go out. But quite often now, I don't even want it. So the Christmas thing for me is definitely not about going out drinking and alcohol and things like that. And then you think, well, maybe I'm boring, maybe. And then you wake up like today and think, do you know what? I'm not boring. I'm just grown up. Now, I spend a lot of the year like this now. And for a lot of the time, I'm thinking, what's up with me? Because I want to get up the next day and go on my bike. So I'm going to bypass all this Christmas stuff today. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go out on the Bonneville. I'm going to sort of, in real time, let you know how my mood is going to be uplifting and changing throughout the ride. So what I'm going to do, I arranged to meet my brother. I don't know where we're going. I don't know what we're going to be doing. We're probably just going to be in for a ride and a coffee because it's blue sky today and it's only going to be about 9-10 degrees. So we need our thermals on and everything like that. So that's the plan for today. And in real time, I'm going to explain, hopefully, how my mood is going to lift. So what we're going to do is hit the road and smash this one out. So we're finally out. It took a while for the fog to sort of lift. So here we are in beautiful Ashbourne, my hometown, all looking very Christmassy. Very much a tourist area this is. It's the gateway to Dovedale. So we're out into the wilderness again. Fog's a little bit more dense, but I've only got to go about 6 miles. It's nice to get the Bonneville out, but to be fair, she only just started. This is a brand new bike. I bought it in 11 months ago. So
Everything's on it brand new, the battery and that, but she's been left about 8 weeks with the weather and buying the other bike and taking that one out a couple of times. So I am going to put a trickle charger on her. I've bought one, but I'm going to put one on the Triumph America as well. So I've just waited for the Thunderbox and all that to arrive, because I've got a few other things like the quad lock to put on that one and everything. So I'm off to meet my brother in Matlock. I was a bit concerned about the fog, but we'll see. Because you don't have fog lights on a bike. So I waited a bit for the fog to lift, and it did, and now it's dropped again. But it's gave out, if you look at the weather, it's gave out blue sky. And I'm sure it is blue sky up there, but not down here. So I'm just going to meet my brother in Matlock for a bit of a bimble, bit of a coffee, a bit of a winter chat really, 4 days before Christmas. So, how am I feeling? Well, I've got on the bike now, got my gear on, and surprisingly, I mean it's about 6 degrees, and I'm absolutely fine. I've got thermals on, I've got a wax jacket, I've got a polo neck, I've got heated grips. I didn't have all this time last year on the Interceptor. This is my second season I've just done as an adult biker kind of thing. And yeah, all the proper gear makes it a lot more better. Yeah, I just really wanted to take the bike out as well and have another chat with you guys really before Christmas. So I've got my full beam on here anyway, so I'm probably a bit mad doing this. In fact, I'm actually thinking I'm very mad. But hey ho, it's not far anyway. This is the Derbyshire Dales for you. As long as you take it easy, you'll be fine. The roads are pretty good. They're quite dry. So yeah, I woke up this morning feeling a bit drab. You know, and I do go on about mental health because I do suffer from a bit of depression and anxiety, and anxiety's really kicked in for me the past couple of weeks. I don't know why. But anyway, maybe it's not because I've been doing what I want. Maybe it's not because I haven't been able to do what I love, which is motorcycling. You know, you're sitting there watching all vlogs from summer and what you've done and other people doing. You just can't wait. And then you've got this Christmas thing. But you know, just getting my gear on now, and I've been on the bike now about 20 minutes, I've put some petrol in. I'm feeling absolutely great. The thing is, where I'm going, I mean, I've done a video of it before, is Matlock Bath. And it's sort of a bikey place in all weathers and all seasons. So it'd be nice to get out, grab a coffee. I'm not going to go on about fish and chips this time, because last video I made where I went to the seaside with my brother, I rambled on about fish and chips and ended up having a sausage, and I didn't even realise what I was doing until I posted the video and everyone kept comments. So sorry to you guys, I will bring you a fish as soon as possible. So yeah, I'm getting on for 540 subscribers now, and that's really good, and I want to thank each and every one of you this year for all your support. I'm really enjoying doing this, and you know, you can see why people do it, because you know, it gets you out, cheers you up. I don't really know what I would have been doing today otherwise, but I thought, you know what, I'm going to make a video, and when I get back later I'm going to edit it, and it's great. And all the community and emails and comments that I'm getting, and the new bike that I've bought for the channel, or the second bike. This bike is my emotional attachment, this Bonneville. This is my bike. The other one is for touring, for me and my son, and yeah, it's nice to have a bit of a bike that you can... I know you can tour on this, but come on, a Triumph America for wafting around Europe on has got to be a bit different. So, you know, in the year that I've had this bike, I absolutely love her. I've done 5,000 miles on her since since February, and it's now 2 weeks to Christmas. So that's a good 11 months. I ride all the time. In summer, in spring, or if it's good weather, I don't even use the car. I'll use the bike to go everywhere. You know, I bought this bike to use. God, the fog's thick here. Once I get on the other side of this hill, should be okay. Be alright. I mean, the camera's probably making it look worse, to be honest. But it's bloody nice to be out here in the engine roar. The thumping twin engine. Bloody lovely town. You know, I've only been riding that other bike. I've been on it twice. And when I sat back on this one today, how agile it feels, and being able to throw this one around. This is such a beautiful machine. You know, every time I'm on it, I can see why people love them and I love them, and why they've been such an iconic bike since 1959. The roar of the engine. I normally ride around with my open face helmet, sometimes do a voiceover, but today, despite it being 6 degrees, I would have wore the goggles and the scarf because it's actually alright, I don't mind that. But I wanted to tell you and talk to you how I'm feeling as I'm riding in the fog. And I've only really done a video like this before when I was feeling a bit low, because generally I'm not like it all the time. I'm only minor. But yeah, the past couple of weeks have been really bad. Not feeling the festive spirit. I should be, and I want to be, and you know, like I said earlier, I'm not interested in all that, like, alcohol stuff anymore. I want to be, because I'm relating it to having a good time. But in reality, this is, to me, having a good time, getting out. I think I'd rather have fish and chips than a few pints of beer now. Maybe I just don't like beer anymore. Maybe I should just try and have a bit of cider. Because when I went to the bike festival, that I made a video of the Yorkshire Pudding rally, I was drinking their local cider. And it was lovely. It was actually a refreshing drink to have. And I've not drunk cider for years. So I hope you've all done your Christmas shopping. I mean, who even does that anymore? Oh yeah, all the squirrels that are running about like mad hatters. I was in Morrison's the other day, and there's two women. I thought there was a baking club out. They was actually virtually arguing over the ready-made pastry that you can buy, all rolled up. Oh, I make my own. Jesus Christ, I thought, have these people got nothing better? Oh, forget that. I'm out in the countryside on my bike. I don't care if it's in the fog. I'll tell you what, my hands are beautiful, lovely and warm. I had the heated grips fitted in April. So I've never really used them in freezing cold weather, only in the evenings when it gets a bit chilled. And that's more of a luxury thing really, you don't even need them on. But today, oh my God, absolutely lovely. I always wondered, I thought it would just be the inside of your hands, your palms, that would get warm because that's where the heater is. But it does radiate through your whole hand, and actually slightly up your arms a bit. And I've got the wax jacket on today that I bought. Yeah, it's feeling alright today. So we're about to come through the village of Cromford now. This is the one before you get to Matlock Bath. As you can see, the fog's lifted because we're down in the bottom of the valley now. But yeah, that was a bit of an eerie ride. Definitely keep your wits about, yeah, and that took me by surprise because it was like here when I left. And then when I went through the dales, we only clipped the dales, yeah, that's when the fog come down. So yeah, nice little village of Cromford here. A few bikes over there. Oh. Yeah, it's got to be no more than 7 degrees today, according to the weather. But I feel good, I feel good. Once your body gets used to sort of in the cold, it's like when you get out of a warm house or out your warm car, you go, ooh, I wouldn't be liking to go on a motorbike and this. But you know, once you're in it and you've got your gear on, you're actually bloody hot. I was faffing around with my cameras before I left. And I was absolutely dripping with sweat. I thought, I've got to get on the bike. And that brings me to another subject. Last year, I spent a lot of time and effort researching windscreens for my other bike. Tall, for when I went around Europe. I didn't want the discomfort of the wind blast and stuff like that. And you know, it was that hot when I went, and I gave anything for not even, I wanted the wind on me. So it just goes to show you. So I took the windscreen off the Triumph America. I'm not a bother. I'd rather have the. I'm comfortable with this. I've been to Geneva on this. I'm not bothered about the wind. It's better to have. It's just awful having wind that directs onto your helmet. It sounds like thunder. Which just reminds me, I thought the exhausts were a bit loud today. I forgot to put my earplugs in. But you don't get wind buffeting on bikes like this. So it's nice. One thing I do want for next season is another open face helmet, so I'm going to have a look at some different styles and I wouldn't mind a black and gold one or something like that. Yeah, not too bad at all for a December morning, and it's Christmas in 3 days. Quiet one for me. I cannot wait for the new year. Get biking properly. I'm going to devote. Oh my God! I think we're all thinking the same, aren't we? So here we are, our little place. Yeah, she's all ditched already, look.
Nice Triumph.
Thank you. Just with Paul. Nice breakfast.
Very nice, mate.
Yeah, we thought we'd come for a bit of a nice coffee. The bike's shitted up already. But that's biking for you, don't matter. We can always clean them. It's nice to get out, you know. Do what we normally do, isn't it?
That's it.
How was your ride over from Matlock?
Foggy and wet roads.
What was that?
It was quite nice, actually, quiet.
Yeah. Right, I'm glad that I didn't go out last night. I really am. Not on the lash anyway. I was actually up at 3 o'clock. I was awake at 3 and I was up about 3:30. You know, it's all about biking, you know. Time did you get up?
I got up about 8:30.
8:30, yeah. He didn't get his 7 o'clock phone call this morning. I think it was about 7:30. But we planned this yesterday, didn't we?
Yeah, we thought the weather was going to be better than what it is though. I say a bit foggy and the roads are really damp today.
Was it? Yeah. They're not wet though, are they? They're not throwing up loads of crappy salt or anything. This is probably the first time I've really been out in a December on a bike ride. And it hasn't actually been too bad because my hands are still warm now. You know, when you've got the right gear, you're absolutely fine, aren't you?
Yeah, it's all about the right gear though, isn't
You
it?
got your heated grips and everything like that.
Yes, mate, they're all switched on, don't worry about that.
Well, despite having a cooked breakfast, I've ordered 3 slices of toast. They're that bloody thick here. We're at the Charles
Italian restaurant.
We're at the Charles Italian restaurant in well, it's like a cafe restaurant, bistro bar. There's beer here and everything. Absolutely spiffing. Can't beat it. Bit of thick doorstep toast and loads of butter and a cup of coffee. In a cap, on the bike. What more do you want? What's the plan, Paul?
Just get out on the bike and get out on the open road.
Yeah.
That's it.
We're going to try attaching the camera to different sections of his bike, so you can get some good footage on mine. So we'll see how that goes. Like a couple of kids have in a playground. So just going to finish this and we'll hit the road. Yeah. So I quite fancy something like this. And they've got like lots of retro ones here, look. Which is the sort of thing I'm into. It's nice, that is nice. That is nice, isn't it? I might have to get one of these. Well, that was a smashing couple of slices of toast there, wasn't it?
Yeah, beautiful.
You had the full English, didn't you?
Yeah. Can't beat it.
So yeah, we thought we'd just have a bit of a walk. You know, stretch the old legs. It does feel good to get out though, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Sit at home being bloody miserable.
Yeah, definitely beats it.
I don't know if you guys are all the same out there when it comes to biking. You sit there all winter waiting to go on your bike. Yes, it's got a bit shitted up today, but you know what? It'll wipe off. It's fine. Us bikers tend to have this like phobia thing, like we don't get it out in the rain. I know it's all the salt and stuff like that, but you know, they are vehicles, they're actually built for the weather, aren't they?
Yeah. Especially if you get them protected.
River's looking a bit high, look. So it's quite weird coming around here in winter, isn't it? Because this is buzzing, isn't it? And
Yeah, it's all cars now, whereas normally it's all bikes.
so yeah, I mean, it really lifts your spirits up getting out on the bike, even though it's been a bit foggy and stuff like that. You was waiting for the fog to lift at your end, weren't you?
Yeah.
Is Mansfield, I'm Ashbourne. This is sort of in the middle. But it certainly lifts your spirits. Like you said to me in the pub, you're on the pub? Like you said to me in the calf, you're on the bike 10 minutes and your spirits lift, don't they?
Yeah, definitely. 100%.
It's absolutely unbelievable how just being on the road makes you feel. And being out. I mean, today is a Saturday, but because it's that pre-Christmas thing, we're sorting, you lose what day it is, sort of things like that. So what we're going to do now, we're going to go to Bakewell, aren't we? Bakewell's about 10, 15 miles north of here. And it's a lovely ride, whatever the season, it's a lovely ride. I'm going to go and grab a coffee there and see what's what. What we're going to do, we're going to attach the camera to his bike to film me from the front and get some action shots. So that's going to be quite good. So, what do you say we hit the road, mate?
Yeah, let's do it.
That was a lovely bit of dinner. Light lunch, shall we say. Been a bit of a couple of porkies today, but we've been out. You enjoyed yours, mate?
Beautiful, thank you, mate.
Demolished that salad, haven't you? So that brings us to the end of today's little adventure, but it got us out and we've had a good time, and this is what biking's all about. And as for mental health, yeah, it's picked me up today, it's got me out, I feel back in charge of myself again today. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is what motorcycling is all about. So on that note, I'm going to bid you all a very good Christmas and a Happy New Year. And until then, ride safe, and I'll see you in the next one. Merry Christmas.